back to the garden. Before I go into the contents of this video, I just wanted to share an update. We've cleared this pen here that we made a while ago that was going to be for ducks, but we're going to move the chickens into here. See how they do. If there's maybe some bird food, they can always go into a polytunnel. But yeah, just move the chickens to free up the soft fruit cage to do what a soft fruit cage should do, which is grow soft fruit. So yeah, kind of exciting to start to get this into play. And then loads of planting. This on the subject of soft fruit, this is where we got gooseberries and red currants, taking the netting off now so things can breathe a little bit more. It's kind of changed the feel. You know, there's nothing to protect from the birds. The gooseberries have suffered a little bit from the gooseberry sawfly, and it's something that happens every single year, and it always looks a lot worse than it is, because it's been the same at the other garden for years on years, and the gooseberries just come back into life and produce in abundance, but just have far less leaves, and that's okay. And then obviously some sylvan berries which have been rescued, and going to train them along here. And I think it would actually be quite nice to, once the netting's back over, to run the chickens through here after we've done the harvesting, because I think that they'd be able to scratch about and keep everything nice and healthy and fertilised stuff. And on the theme of health, this has gone absolutely amazing. All of these zinnias, I believe. I'm always out of my comfort zone when it comes to ornamental flowers. I remember someone saying zinnias, so I'm gonna commit to that. And I just wanted, this is a little bit of a guild because we've got some strawberries underneath, and then this here is Ashmead's kernel, which I think is my favourite variety of apple for eating. And a lot of people agree with that, but it's put on a nice amount of growth. So I'm excited for this to continue growing and the canopy starting to close. Now, on the theme of things closing, that was a good transition, Hugh, well done. All good things must come to an end. And so I'm gonna have a little bit of a chat about that, because it is the end of the Hugh's Garden Diaries and a few things are happening on the channel. So I thought I'd have a sit down, and I'm also gonna invite Sam. Well, the idea of Hugh's Garden Diaries was Sam's idea, and Sam has filmed and edited every single one.
Hello.
Welcome, Chef Sam Black. You are real.
I am real.
Sam is now a fellow influencer. I'm so shy. If you haven't seen his Instagram, I think you should. Yeah. So,
hi.
Welcome to the Reedley Corner. It's quite nice with the sun.
Full of bees as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Happy days. What's going on? Why are you stopping Hugh's Garden Diaries?
Yeah. Well, it's been a beautiful series to film and to edit.
Yeah.
And it's really nice. That kind of just like very, very informal, wanting people to feel like they're just in the garden with you, being shown around, and the little, weekly goings on of it. But it feels like that kind of format doesn't really suit
the algorithm.
It doesn't suit the algorithm. Doesn't suit YouTube as a platform.
Yeah, it's the algorithm thing. My dream for the YouTube channel was I wanted to create a real big catalogue of videos that were evergreen, so I'll just only need to do one video on how to grow peas, and I wouldn't have to update that. But the way that the algorithm now seems to work is that if you do a video after a few months or the following year, it'll get lost. I remember making how to grow videos and they'd have 3, 4, 5 years of longevity.
Yeah, because it used to be the case that you could make the definitive how to grow tomatoes video and put all of your time and energy into producing that one video, and then year on year, when people start looking up how to grow tomatoes, that video would get picked up again and get loads more views, so it would become this evergreen thing.
Yes.
And now it seems like something seems to have shifted a little bit on the platform.
I've seen it on a lot of channels as well.
Yeah, and now it's like every year you just have to produce that almost exact same video, and like it's almost worth re-releasing it.
It is.
With
totally.
that, how to grow tomatoes. And
Even though I'm like, I've already said this.
exactly, yeah, and it won't ever push something, even no matter how good and popular it was the year before, back out again. So is it starting to rain?
Yeah, a little bit.
It's nice.
It is Wales after all. I mean, usually our weeks start off looking at the weather forecast and we find that's the best day to film.
Yeah, and by the time we get there, rain.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's it. It's that the whole having to readjust how we approach YouTube because, you know, obviously, like I want to. It's always a balancing act because it started off very much as a hobby of mine, and then I want to make sure I do things that I love, but also making sure I'm serving you guys as the audience. But also I have responsibilities, you know, like Sam and the team, making sure that, you know, it's created careers, this channel, so it's just having to find a nice common ground. And so what we're going to do instead is sadly cut the Hughes Garden Diaries so we can invest more in creating one video a week, which will be quite exciting. It'll have to be, you know, we'll have to find the right subject for each week because we'll get 52 chances. And we've made a lot of videos this year. I've been really pleased with it. So yeah, one video a week moving forwards. And
but it's not all bad news.
Oh, is it not?
No, Hugh is secretly very excited about what I would consider to be the next phase of the Hughes Garden Diary series, which almost in a way shifting it to a different format that I think actually suits it better in a way, funnily enough, because it's called a diary.
Yeah, in written form.
Yeah, so this, in a way, this is almost kind of an announcement video for that.
Yeah, no, I'm starting a newsletter, like Monday Musings. I
Well, think of a better name.
No, I like that. It's sorted. Monday Musings, and it's like eating, growing, and thinking regeneratively. And yeah, it's kind of highlights from the garden, tip of the week, all of those kind of things, but also to bring in more of a diary format. So I'm going to be sharing either my favourite YouTube video or podcast episode I've listened to that week. It's probably not even going to be to do with gardening because I don't actually consume any gardening content online. And then you're going to be a part of it, which would be really nice because you've been a part of Hughes Garden Diary, so you get to be a part of the newsletter. Exactly,
yeah. Yeah, we're going to be potentially sharing some of my little videos that I make, because quite often it will be a case of like earlier this week, we had to clear a load of the basil out of the polytunnel to make room for, you know, some of the crops that will be in there over winter. So then I take that and process it for Hugh and I and turn it into like basil oil and basil salt, make little videos about it. So these kind of almost like very, very kind of, what do you call it, like time sensitive recipes and tips and preserving things that are really designed to suit people that are growing their own food will also be included, along with maybe occasional little recipes for, you know, how to use it, waste whatever, or bits and bobs like that.
Yeah, I think like my thought is like to like start off your week with some curiosity. So there's going to be a themed newsletter with a bunch of different things, but keep it short and sweet. And main thing is to hopefully be quite thought-provoking and
quite inspiring.
Yes, there's a link down below to subscribe to it. But I thought now that I'm in the flow, you know, the secret garden. If you want to be the first to know about the secret garden, you can sign up to the newsletter. But yeah, I'm excited. It's a good chance to transition, and as we work on some other really interesting projects.
Yeah, because that's it as well. It frees up more of both of our times, but especially it frees up some more of my time, because normally, you know, the Hughes Garden Diary video would take a day and a half or so to shoot and edit and release. So now we're going to be focusing much more on the one core video on the channel. There's other things potentially in the pipeline that I don't think we can announce just yet that will be coming along soon as well.
No, it's a nice point to go inside and hide from the rain.
Yeah, this will be the thumbnail, us in the rain, like, oh, it's come to an end.
At least the camera's fairly water resistant, whatever that means.
Yeah, we need to put like a carrier bag over it.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll hopefully see you next Monday in the newsletter. So thank you. And thank you, Sam.
Thank you, and thank you.
I think that's nice.
Yeah, that's good.